What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shake Up Guys. How y'all doing? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening with everybody?
Sounds serial killer.
Something like that, you know. So, we back again. This time, I don't know what that was, but I'm Brad.
I am the rated R superstar Jay.
Joining us in the studio again, coming back again for some more punishment. Joining us is lovely Aaron.
New hair and titties pushed up to her throat.
They're not pushed up, they just like, they're normal. Right?
Normal.
They're normal.
Everything's normal. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool.
Everybody's good, man. It's good. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Just going through the motions here. And this thing we call life. just trying to come up. That's all.
That's it. What's up?
Trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? We started a new segment on the show, Aaron, called "You Might Be Ratchet." Not you specifically, but just like people in general. Like, you might be ratchet.
You might be ratchet if. And then you gotta give a scenario that.
Well, I got a great scenario
Go right
that
ahead.
you probably already saw.
Jump into it, Doc.
So you might be ratchet if you drop your baby to have a fist fight.
Okay, yeah.
It's not even a might be. It's a definite. It's a definite, yeah, you're ratchet because you dropped your baby on the concrete.
Right. I know it's times where you don't.
In a fist fight.
Right. It's times where you don't want to be a punk, but that one you gotta just go ahead and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you next time.
I'm gonna get you, bitch. You take my baby home. No, she thought it was okay to drop the baby and keep fighting.
They said they charging her with murder.
Yeah. Listen, okay. Not only did she drop her baby,
she kept fighting.
She kept not just the fight. See, you in a fight. That's one thing. So I get it, but here's the part that made no sense to me. You dropped your baby on the ground, right? Why did you wait till the next day to take your baby to the hospital?
Because she knew she was going to jail.
Yeah.
She didn't know she was going to jail, but she should go to jail.
If she
No, she knew she dropped that baby. She has to explain what happened. And you can't go there and be like, well, you know what? I got into a fight and I just dropped my baby. That's all. You're going to jail.
For shit.
She could have said, I was attacked. When she hit me, I stumbled back and dropped the baby. Everything would have been fine.
It's all on tape.
Yeah, she could have just went with that and would have been fine.
But if nobody produced the tape, they still wouldn't know. I agree. But why would you wait till the next day? She was scared. That's how that was.
She knew she was going to jail.
Yeah, well, she probably should. In fact, everybody out there, except for the Good Samaritan and went over there to grab the baby, should probably go to jail.
Pretty much.
Especially the girl that was fighting, because I'm not going to walk up on nobody with
a baby.
Right. If I'm holding my baby and there's some dude like, hey, bitch ass nigga, I'm about to beat your ass, I'm going to just keep walking the other direction because I have my child.
I'll be perfect honestly with you. If it can be avoided, especially my kids around, I don't want them to see me acting a fool.
There you go.
So I guess that you might be ratchet if.
Hey, mine is very simple. It's a little self-deprecating. You might be ratchet if you think Plan B cereal is a good idea, which is shout out to our new sponsor, Plan B cereal, which I will be bringing to your local grocery real soon.
Did you just call yourself ratchet?
Yeah, because you think Plan B cereal is a good idea. I think it's
it was your idea.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
So
that
you
shit
think
ratchet.
That's ratchet?
Absolutely.
I don't think that's ratchet.
It's a well-balanced breakfast and a way to remedy it not before bad decisions.
I don't think taking precautions against your financial future is ratchet. I think that's smart, in my opinion.
Plan B cereal or birth control?
Plan B cereal. I'm bringing it to a local grocery near you.
Right, I agree. Control. It may be necessary,
I think it's
but necessary. I think it is ratchet.
See, I agree. But I think it's going to fly off the shelves, and I think I'm going to make a killing.
I don't doubt it. I mean, especially in the men with men, You think if I didn't get the opportunity to
slow them suckers down?
Well, I did. I just, I'm a master puller outer.
You got the game down locked.
Obviously. Obviously, I got the game down locked. I don't have any unwanted kids.
That just means you don't like condoms at all.
I mean, who likes condoms?
Nobody likes them, but
who likes them? I mean, they're necessary, but nobody likes them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't like to go to work, but you're gonna go because you like having a roof over your head. Yeah. You like turning this light switch on and illuminating your home and shit, and running hot water.
Right.
That's why I go to work. I like to take showers.
Well, I'll go to work because I like to take care of my 2 little crumb snatchers.
Crotch fruit.
It might be ratchet if you refer to them as crumb snatchers and not by the name.
Come on, you got one in you. You might be ratchet if you got one.
You should have gave me
I forgot. I thought you were creative.
Because I could have came up with a good one.
Well,
we got the entire duration of the show.
I was going to say, I might have something for you.
If you see something, say something.
Wait a minute, I got it.
You see something, say something. So, there's that. What else is going on in the wide world of craziness? I don't know. We run so much, so it's like hard to keep up with the news and stuff.
Have you seen the picture of Lela Rashawn now?
Sunshine? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her
she got a little thick, and her husband was out kissing Nicole Murphy.
And not just in the body either. Like, her whole head expanded. Like, her head is bigger.
Was that her husband that was kissing Nicole Murphy?
Antoine
Can you blame her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lela Rashawn was the cold. When she was Sunshine, I thought, I was in love with her. I thought she was the coldest chick on earth. And then I saw a couple later after pictures when she was Girl 6 and all that.
She still look good in Girl 6 though. Like
she still look good in there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's hurting right now.
And now I'm like, the struggle is real. Damn, but Nicole Murphy is older and 4 or 5 kids deep.
But you know that.
I don't know how many kids Nicole Murphy.
Nicole Murphy has like
good
4 or 5
age.
kids. She still got abs.
You already know what you're dealing with when you get a Nicole Murphy. You got somebody who's seeking attention. This is why. I mean, okay, if I showed you a picture of Antoine Fuqua, would you even know who he was?
No.
Okay, so how the hell did he get pictures taken of him with another chick all the way in another country?
Because we don't know who he is doesn't mean the paparazzi does not.
True.
How did that happen? Ain't nobody following and listen.
Well, I mean, they following her.
He's a director.
But the thing about it is I mean, it's a lot of work into that. So to look like she looks, I'm sure she works. She works. I'm sure there's some Botox somewhere in there.
Maybe not.
I'm sure there's some breast augmentation in there.
Maybe not.
I'd almost bet.
Might be good.
How many kids she got?
I don't know.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
She living.
There's been some stuff done. I'd almost guarantee.
I think that's besides the point.
That is.
The point is.
But
the point is.
How old is Lela Rashawn?
The Eddie Murphy money is running out.
She ain't gotta have no come up. She was just with Michael Strahan.
Yeah, but she wasn't married to Michael Strahan.
I think
she mid-40s.
No, she's 50s.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So, Lela Rashawn?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how old Lela Rashawn. I know her.
No, Nicole Murphy is 50.
Yeah.
I know that.
I think Lela Rashawn probably about that old too.
I would say late 40s at best. I didn't think she was that old.
She was in Harlem Nights.
It was like 30 years ago.
Harlem Nights is not that old. Maybe 20 years. Okay, yeah.
20 years? You said 20?
She might be hitting 50. Yeah, she might be 50.
I'm just saying, I mean.
Okay, but still though. 50-year-old Lela Rashawn, 50-year-old Nicole Murphy.
Yeah, and she decided she did not, really probably doesn't want to be in the public eye. She's raising her kids. She's married, and her husband has, a substantial amount of cash. So she don't have to worry about looking good. She got everything that she needed. And then, it's probably things going on at home. And, when women get stressed out, we kind of let things go.
See, that's a perfect red flag right there. The woman who lets herself go just because she feels like that's the worst. That's the worst mindset to think is that, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to keep myself up. You got to love me regardless.
Man, David says Lela Rashawn has some lupus. And they're both in their 50s.
Told you in their 50s.
Okay, I know a girl who has lupus that gained a lot of weight.
What's up, Dan? What's going on?
But the thing about it is, it's not sometimes just getting comfortable when you, especially when you're married, you're taking care of a household, you're taking care of kids. You know what I'm saying? You're taking care of a husband who probably has a busy schedule. Sometimes that can weigh on you too.
Yeah, she said you might Princess X. Make sure you check out the Princess X show. She's a popular YouTuber. She said you might be ratchet if you have kids for a place to stay.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Definitely. Because yeah. Those of us have to take care of ourselves.
Rashawn is 55.
55. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, at that age, I'm kind of like, I don't really expect you to stay in shape at that age. But then again, Nicole Murphy did it.
Well, she's 55 and she has lupus.
Okay, so yeah.
There's that.
I just didn't understand how you didn't understand that she was on Harlem Nights.
I expect her to be late 40s, like I said, but I forgot Harlem Nights came out so long ago.
We were children when
I know, it's my favorite movie.
Kids.
Yeah, we were little kids.
I just ordered that again from Best Buy. It's like $6.99 at BestBuy.com.
I feel like
something like that.
But you need that on VHS.
The Murphy.
I got it on VHS and DVD.
What is her name?
Who?
Murphy.
Nicole
Murphy. I was fucking her name up. Sorry. I feel like this was like a plan by her to get some more exposure in her life. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
I hope that I think paparazzi. They probably were somewhere that's a known place where stars go, because it's usually how they find places. And I think that paparazzi just hangs out and they caught them, because you can't make me believe that she would do that to mess up someone's marriage.
Why not?
But they were saying that when it happened, Lisa Ray made a tweet about it.
Well, because Nicole Murphy, allegedly, Nicole Murphy was trying to get at her husband too.
Yeah, she should have. I hate Nicole. What's her name?
Lisa Ray. Why?
Yeah. I never liked her, man. I've never liked her.
Not even when she was Diamond.
She was trash. She can't act. She's garbage. That's the only movie I've ever been able to sit through.
She really can't act.
She can't act. She's a horrible actress, but she has the worst attitude. Like, I've seen her in a bunch of interviews back when satellite radio was popular. She was on the Fox, old Jamie Foxx thing. She had just a horrible attitude. Like, she's the coldest piece out there. And I'm like, you suck. Your best movie was Diamond, and the only reason you were even interesting in that was because you took your clothes off.
She get naked in that movie? I don't remember
one
her
scene.
being naked.
One scene she shows her titties.
She was nude?
She shows her titties in one scene. That was it.
I don't remember that. I have to watch that. That movie was bad.
It was garbage. She's garbage.
I just don't remember that movie, but then my brain does this thing where shitty things, like movies, just completely purge themselves from my mind.
The best part of that movie was everybody but her. That was the best part of it.
I vaguely remember Ice Cube being in that movie. I know he was in it, but I don't know what he played in that movie.
He played a book collector. He was like a bookie.
He wasn't a thief.
A muscle. No, he was a muscle. He went around beating up Bernie Mac's character.
Bernie Mac and AJ Johnson made that.
That was the only thing good about that movie.
Anyway,
AJ Johnson.
Enough about shitty movies.
Right. Any other current events? Did you see the girls, the Hennessy in the plant? Please take me back to the live chat for a minute, because Princess X knows what I'm talking about.
What's that?
It was the Hennessy and Plan B. Have you seen that?
Hennessy and Plan B. What you talking about?
Oh my god. Okay, I showed you that video. Yeah. It's a group of girls. It's like 4 girls. They go into a Walgreens. They decide to film themselves, and they talking about how the ringleader, she says, "I will not be getting pregnant this summer. I'm gonna pop this pussy all summer because I need some Hennessy and Plan B." And they start doing twerk songs with Plan B in their mouth, talk about they need Hennessy and Plan B.
But the sad part about that is
being somewhat responsible.
The things that you will do to go viral.
Yeah.
Because
everybody wants to be famous. Well, not everybody, most people.
I mean,
but
once you go viral, you have so many hits, a lot of stuff you get paid for it. But at what cost?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Especially in the world where they say any publicity, right. Even if it's something.
You know what? You know what? I'm always acting silly. I'm always playing, but I don't want you to see me on camera acting a fool.
Exactly.
I don't need no recorded evidence that I did something I had. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look good.
Would you believe that, like, when I'm on the internet and I see a twerk video, I turn it off immediately because I'm not interested. To me, it's like it's not that enticing,
right?
Regardless of how large the ladies fund it.
Posterior.
Yeah, I don't find it. It's not a turn on.
But you know, sometimes like I watch them because sometimes it's interesting. Like there was this white girl, I forget what her name was, and I showed Jay at work. She didn't have no booty, but when I tell you she was twerking her butt off, she was gone.
She was getting it.
She was getting it.
Yeah. I just don't care. That's all. Fuck them. Fuck a twerk video.
Fuck it, I watch it.
Overly ratchet stuff.
If them cheeks are popping, you got my attention.
Let's say bounce, fool.
And then I'm disgusted. And you and myself.
So, Jay, you want to tell us what the topic is going to be today? Or what's the deal? What's going on?
We're going into part 2. Was that this week or last week? I can't remember. I worked nights.
A few days ago, bro.
Okay. This shit runs together. A few days ago, we did part 1 to red flags in dating. Things you need to look out for, things you should avoid when looking for your partner, spouse, whatever, potential mate. Things you should be aware of. Don't ignore, because we're all guilty of it. Red flags that we've all overlooked, like, that's just a quirk they have. No. Don't ignore the dead body in the freezer. Things you need to look out for. We did a part 1 of that. I had a laundry list, and if y'all can see, thank God you can't, I literally have napkins and napkins full of notes because I write at work. So this is actually part 2 we're going into today. And I wanted a woman's perspective, which is why we asked Erin to join us here today.
Y'all should ask me her all the time.
Nah, hell no. No. First of all, you change your hair every week, so they don't know. Ooh. They ain't gonna know who you are.
You just need some estrogen in the room.
No.
You need an opposing view. Because you know y'all estrogen. Stick together.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
You boys.
Well, we're logical, so maybe a lot of the stuff we agree on, but we don't agree on everything.
Okay.
Plus, I'm the world's greatest misogynist. Why do I need estrogen? I'm not a misogynist.
I don't think you are, but JL, you are.
Yeah. I mean, he's self-proclaimed. I mean, he's not like he's making it a secret. Self-proclaimed misogynist, the R-rated. What do you call yourself?
The rated R superstar.
The rated R superstar. I would just go X-rated. I would just go ahead and take off the PG-13 moniker, dude.
Anyway, so we got a number of red flags I wanted to discuss today, and I wanted to bounce them off you guys. And if you had some, I was hoping you could throw some my way also. Okay. Is there any red flags? I want to ask you guys before I go into my laundry list. Is there any red flags that we didn't cover last week?
What did we say last week was one? I know I said one was a tan line on the wedding ring finger.
You did say that?
So that's a red flag, but that's something we talked about last year. I don't know. We didn't have a lot of time to go into the topic last time. So.
We had technical difficulties last time.
Yeah.
We said avoid gold diggers, the chick who once you meet her, the first thing she asks is,
question.
What do you do?
I had a question.
Shoot.
What the hell is this? Would you call it a silver digger?
Oh, silver miner.
Silver miner.
Gold diggers
what is
and
a silver miner?
Okay, gold diggers typically.
I know what a gold digger is.
Don't look at me like that.
Because this is something new. I've never heard
you never
that.
Heard of silver
I didn't
miner?
hear about it until last week either, but I would like to know all about it.
I wish I could say I made it up, but I actually stole it from a YouTuber. So, gold diggers, of course, are the ones who go for upper epsilon, the billionaire, the fucking millionaires, those guys.
Wouldn't that be platinum?
No. Well, I guess billionaires would be platinum, but whatever, fuck off.
I didn't know there were categories to begging.
There's levels to this shit.
And then silver miners are the ones who, they know they can't get the millionaires, billionaires, and etc. So they will go for the silver miner, the guy who's
not attractive, right?
Who's just not up to par on that standard. So they go for the silver, where, it's not as good as gold, but second place is, hey, it's only one out of first. That's a silver miner.
Silver still.
They'll take the guy who makes $125,000 a year. since they can't get the guy who makes $10 million a month. So they'll take that.
Is that even 1%? If you make $10 million a month?
But if that be the case, most women who are like that are silver miners. You don't see too many because that's when you want a sugar daddy. You're a silver miner.
I guess
You just here, get my nails done, get my hair done.
No. See, that's bronze beggar. That's a bronze beggar. A bronze beggar is just happy with just get my nails done, get my hair done. Any nigga with the bus driver can do that.
I've always thought that gold digging was all encompassing.
Nah,
there's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit.
You know, hey.
You gotta be on the lookout for all of them.
Because there's hypergamy and then there's gold digging. You know, hypergamy just speaks to just basic female nature. I mean, I think every woman is subject to some level of hypergamy. Gold digging, that's you playing in a whole new sport now.
I can break it down a little further. I can break it down a little further. A gold digger pretty much, she plans to marry into this. She wants to marry into that money to sustain her for life. That silver miner, she wants you to sustain her lifestyle. She wants you to provide for her, maintain her, i.e. a sugar baby in a sense.
Yeah.
That bronze beggar just get my nails done and get my hair done and she's content. There's levels to it. So not every woman can be classified as a gold digger.
Oh, okay.
I got free time, so I come up with shit like this.
It's good for you because I don't have any.
Right.
I write at work. I don't do shit.
I'd like to be able to write at work if I wasn't constantly preoccupied with stuff.
No, I don't work that hard.
And so what were the other references?
We had a number of them. The other day we covered avoid the chick who's sloppy drunk. Avoid the sloppy drunk, man or woman. It doesn't mean somebody who's a functioning alcoholic. I mean literally somebody you tell we're gonna go out for a good time.
Right.
And they just go overboard. They can't handle themselves.
Especially when you're on a date.
Right, exactly. A first or second
outside
date.
Of your house.
A first or second date, you shouldn't be stumbling.
Right.
Falling down and you ready to fight everybody in the bar now? No, that's not a good look. Right. Not on the first or second date. And that's man or woman.
That is true.
I said avoid the easily angered person. Somebody's overly emotional. Shut up. Somebody's overly emotional. Try to avoid that. Somebody gets triggered easily.
I'm trying to think of a woman I know who doesn't get triggered easily.
There are some who slow to anger. Some just take it easy. I
don't get angered easily. Actually, sometimes I wish I did because after I sit and think about it, that's when the light bulb goes. I'm like, ooh, you know, it's like. And like so then, after the time has passed, you almost don't even want to go back and go out because you like.
Let me find this motherfucker.
You know what?
You got the best of me.
All right. And so now that's happening. You're like, okay, you know what? Don't try it again.
Basically, I said avoid the woman who's man or woman 30 and up but still lives with mom.
We did that.
I was gonna say
I remember that one.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason. Like you better give me a damn good reason. Like
there's certain circumstances. Where
right. Well, sometimes you got to go back and regroup. It's nothing wrong with regrouping, but don't let this be that. Like.
I don't just mean that. I meant like your parents are getting older, so they need somebody around like all the time to take care of them. That's your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was me, I'd do the same.
But you know, you can still kind of work with that. Like there are things you have to look for. Like what is their job situation? You know what I'm saying? How do they carry themselves? Because you can usually tell a person who will tell you, I'm here to help my mom, and their mom is really helping them. You can always tell.
Yeah.
She said you need to do a full background check before dating these days. You damn near do. You damn near. I need to know your credit history. I don't know any bad behaviors you got. I need to know everything.
They need to have they need to have like a prenup just so you don't get nailed for somebody else's
student loan debt. Man.
Like you take your student loan debt with you when you leave.
She said,
take that shit with you.
Right. So is that a Section 8 woman or a come up through a man? It could be both, I guess. It could definitely be both, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about it that way, but
that is definitely,
You know, we don't think about these kinds of things because we don't do this kind of shit.
Exactly. I can only give you what I've heard.
I've never thought about, let me go cruise this project and see if I can find some gullible bitch to lay up under.
I got a partner like that. He won't fuck with a chick unless she, well, I shouldn't say won't. This is in the past. He wouldn't fuck with a chick unless she had.
And he knows exactly what he's looking for,
He knows
too.
exactly what to look for. She got about 2, 3, 4 kids by about 2, 3, 4 different dudes.
Yeah.
You know, she get X amount of dollars in food stamps. He had it mapped out. So, he knew what he was doing.
I'm a princess. Don't get married nowadays. For what?
We did that show already.
I think
is there any benefit? We did that show. Is there any benefit to marriage? There isn't. I couldn't come up with it. Not for a man, at least. Maybe for a woman.
Okay.
For a man, I couldn't come up with any benefit.
What were the other points so we can get on to today's
We can actually go into today's points.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. You sound like you got one. You chomping at the bit. Go right ahead.
No, I mean, you know, but the one I had, it was the one you hit on. Like, they live with their mother. You know, you gotta just, you know, now you can't, because I previously would just kind of let people tell me stuff. You gotta ask questions up front so that you don't get, you just make assumptions of things like, okay, well, he seemed like, no. You need to know. And I guess I've never done it, but a background check is a really good idea.
Yeah. Starting to sound that way, man. Like, I need to know what your credit looks like. I need to know, are you coming into this with serious debt? I need to come up. There's questions we need to ask.
I need to know if you have any domestic violence charges I need to look at. Do you like to lay hands?
He likes to cross the
Five
T's
across
and dot the I's.
5 across the eye.
Oh, man.
That's wild. Thank you.
What else? What else we got?
You got one?
Red flags?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Shit, I guess a lot. But my red flags is I usually go off of my instincts.
Right.
Like something seems wrong, and it usually is.
Right.
For instance, if you call somebody, like if you're texting somebody, and then like you call them, and then they make a big deal about you calling them, and they're just at home, that's a red flag to me.
Right. Or what about when you're talking to somebody and it's just everything isn't their fault? Like, it doesn't even have to be they're arguing with you. It could be a conversation they have with their mother, sister, brother, their ex-girlfriend, baby
throw
mother.
Most people under the bus for that.
I mean, but no. Sometimes, because like when things happen, I always like, okay, you wrong, but let me go back in and really look at what I did.
I know exactly
you know what I mean?
You're talking about.
But the person I'm saying, every single
time you get into it with this person is always somebody else's
not
fault.
You, everyone around them that they get into it with. They can't take they can't take responsibility.
There's no accountability. Yeah.
That's just.
She's the reason why I don't have a car, or you know, I lost my house because of this person. So how did you get in that situation again?
That's a good point. I agree with that. She said she agrees with you. She said you need the background check just to make sure they're not lying about something as simple as their name and or the fact that they have a basketball team full of kids. That's real. I did not know people lied about how many kids they had.
I don't think that's going to miss me.
That is real true. People do lie about
People lie about how many kids.
I did not know that, man.
I'm going to find out. And when you think it's going to happen when I find out? What's up, Aaron?
Well,
Just a pool in the house.
Well, they probably figure like if it's far enough along, like if I get far enough along into this little relationship that we've started, I might be able to slide a kid in like, you know what? His mama wouldn't let me see him.
I said I had two, but really
that reminds me of another red flag.
My mom, the parent wouldn't let me see him, so she just decided to let me in the kid's life. So that's why I just, you know.
That reminds me of another red flag.
Shit, me.
There's another red flag. Real huge red flag. But it mostly applies to women. If you're dating a girl and for some unspoken reason she does not have like custody of her kids or visitation, flag.
Yeah, definitely. Flag on the play, blow the whistle, all that.
Technical. We need to see the replay on that one.
You got 13,
I'm not sure how to score that.
You got 13 kids and you only got custody of 2. 11 of them is just in the wind somewhere.
You know, sometimes when it's the dad, you know what I'm saying, he may be in a better situation. But like you said, if you still have visitation. But when it's like the auntie, the grandma, you really be thinking, you just ain't shit, are you?
You just ain't shit. Aaron confirmed. He said, hell yeah, people do lie about how many kids they have. I did not know that. Why? It's gonna come out anyway. And how do you hide a kid? How do you hide the little motherfucker?
I mean, people hide whole girlfriends. How hard is it to hide a
that
kid?
Bitch grown. She can go. She gotta go.
Most times when men hide kids, they're probably not taking care of those kids. Those kids probably aren't in their life.
Okay. Now, how would a woman hide kids? Aaron, I need you to
it would be the same way for a woman that is. There are women out there who are just as horrible as deadbeat men.
I don't know. That's one of the hard shits in dating a woman with kids. Dating a woman with kids, you get maybe every other weekend when the kid go to the daddy, that's when you can slide in.
Right.
So how do you really hide that? That little motherfucker's there. I guess if she just ain't actively involved.
That's what I'm saying. You can't hide it if she's an involved parent. There's no way. If the child lives with them or even if she has them on a regular basis, you can't hide it. I don't think if a man have his kids all the time, like unless you're just not a hands-on person in terms of dating, because that's a lot of heavy maneuvering.
I'm gonna stop looking at
this chat room.
This chat, that's why I just laughed.
Distracting, isn't it?
Cause this chat room is killing me.
It's fucking hilarious.
I just looked at this. She said I met a con artist that lied about absolutely everything. Then I read down a little further. It said that happened to our mans, and I'm not gonna say his name on here, cause he said he went to take her out, came to the door, she had 5 kids, and this nigga laughed. You ain't shit, cuz.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Damn, I would have walked the fuck away. Oh, 5. I met a chick like that. Her body.
So were the kids supposed to go on a date too?
I would hope not.
Because I was like, who paying for all them?
Bebe's Kids. You seen that cartoon, Bebe's Kids?
Bebe's Kids.
Take them to what's that? Fun Land.
I ain't taking no kids. No fucking word. Sorry.
So what would you say?
To what?
I didn't sign up for all this.
I'm not even saying that.
I'm out. Let's move on. This is gonna get long-winded.
I'm just saying. I'm not. Nah. not on some lying shit. If you like, oh yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 kids or whatever.
I've come to the door. You got 5.
Once I get to know you and I know I want to deal with you, then yeah. But like off the rip, oh, these my kids and they going with us to. All right, so
shitting me.
Now,
hit them like the daddy on
Friday.
Friday.
Just downgraded the restaurant we going to.
Hit them like the daddy on Friday. No.
Right. We was going to go someplace decent. Now we're going to
McDonald's.
The $1 menu.
The $1 menu.
Going to Chuck E.
He
Cheese
just
now,
hit him.
man.
He said, "Swear," because they did, and he turned to the baby girl. He see her titties in the camera.
We got $1
He said
menu.
they took him to the $1 menu at McDonald's.
Double cheeseburgers for
Double
everybody.
cheeseburgers. Make the cheeseburgers rain.
Don't look at me like that. You know what it is.
Yo,
you know you lied to me to get here.
Next one. This one's for the women. I'm not always misogynistic. Avoid the dream chaser.
Hey, fuck you. I got dreams.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the 43-year-old rapper who still running around with his pants hanging off his head.
For the one that
still
has
dressing like Blueface.
I don't think it's wrong chasing your dreams, though, man.
You're a 43-year-old rapper, nigga.
There's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams, but you got to be able to fund those dreams.
He's chasing his music career right now. He's over 40.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying.
You got to be able to afford your dream. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That can be an extracurricular thing. That cannot be your main thing.
That's what I'm getting at. Is that if you didn't let me finish, don't make that your priority and your only source of income.
Right.
Be sure that you've got something else in the works. If you're the 43-year-old rapper, but you work at UPS during the day. Okay.
But that's almost like
at night you get still.
I'm a 40-year-old voice actor and I work at that's
different, nigga.
How's that different?
But that's like going on with the whole persona of being a rapper. You meet somebody, of course, that he's doing the rapper thing. You 40 years old, and you still sagging your pants.
That's my point. That's what I said. You still running around dressed like Blueface.
Talking
about bust down Tatiana.
I still don't get it.
You know, I don't sag my pants, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't either, so that's why I was hoping somebody could give me some insight. Anyway, what else you got?
Again, avoid the dream chaser for the ladies. If he's working at UPS during the day, but still paying for studio time tonight, okay, you can support his little punk ass. Go buy his mixtape and all that shit. But if all he does is go to the studio, or he quit UPS so he could focus on his career,
I got one.
Go.
Avoid the person who starts out just to ask you for little things.
Nigga, that's the next one.
You like money?
No, like, you know what? I just need some gas to make it through the week.
Yep.
You know what? Just if you grab me lunch, I'll get you next week. You know, those little things, once they know I got you, it just slowly but surely. I told you I had you. You might as well just go ahead and I'm gonna take care. And when the person knows that they can take advantage of you, they will take advantage of you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And since you touched on that, avoid the man or woman with nothing to offer. That's kind of goes off that. And we touched on that the other show too. Somebody asks you for money early on, or asks you for a favor early on, and it's like, damn, nigga, I only known you for a week.
Oh my God, I had a situation like that recently, and I was just so turned off.
Right.
And it was like the way he did it. It was like, you are not a kid. He was like, I want to ask you a question, but I know you're probably gonna say no. I said, yeah,
you
probably.
Like a 13-year-old kid.
Look, I had him back with, yeah, probably. That meant don't ask.
Yeah.
But you know, some people are bold and they will ask anyway. Listen, I don't have it. I got 2 kids to take care of.
I got another one. Avoid. And this goes for men and women. And avoid the individual who smashed your friends.
Friend or friends?
Friend.
What does it matter, motherfucker?
You know, men don't care.
Shit. You talking?
Shit,
men don't care. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we care.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
We might.
Well,
let me say.
Y'all smash. Right. Okay. So let's say that.
We smash behind each other,
but talking about getting some ass. We're talking about just dating in general.
As soon as you get smashed, it's like, well.
It's like, thanks for smashing my friend. Now I don't feel bad about leaving his condom on the floor and walking the fuck out.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I will say this. Hold up. At this age, you kind of like, there's not really, ain't no virgins anymore. And there ain't really nobody. Yeah. There's not, especially in this community, pretty much when you run in the same circles, you pretty much all dated each other anyway. So there's 90% possibility that you're going to date somebody who's dated somebody that you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
so that kind of goes out the window.
Because Fort Wayne's kind of small, so somebody knows somebody who knows somebody.
She got to be a virgin.
I'm talking about anywhere.
Like, did she fuck the crew? Oh, come on, that's not your girl.
I mean, especially like if you say close in rank, yeah.
Well, she fucked the crew.
Wifer.
she fucked the crew.
Anybody you
come
meet,
on, man.
It doesn't matter where you run, where you live. It's the circles you run in. You pretty much date in that circle. Right. So you pretty much gotta date somebody who's dated somebody that knows somebody that there's gonna be some separation, but not a lot. Whoever you date is probably fuck somebody you know. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah. That's why you ask questions.
So you'd be like, if she fucked your homie, well, honestly, shit. How long ago was that? Honestly, it don't really matter anymore.
I guess it could be a time frame to make it okay, but if she fucked the crew,
oh no, she got ran for it.
At barbecues with you and the crew.
If she got spit roasted, she's not dating. I'm
not even talking about getting the train ran on. I'm just talking about like if she smashed your homeboy and the other homeboy, and now she wants to be with you.
No, that's happened too many times. I'm like, I can't date you. They Chinese finger trapped you, bitch. I can't date you. What is Chinese finger trapping?
Don't tell me. I already know. I already know.
I know what it is, and I still don't want you to describe it.
I'm pretty sure I have a good idea.
You ain't no fun. Y'all candy asses. Anybody in chat room want to know what
Everybody
Chinese
out there knows what a Chinese finger trap is in a sexual
I think when you do this,
context,
that pretty much lets you know what it is.
Y'all ain't no fun. Moving on.
What's going on?
Avoid the attention seeker. I got
which is like everybody.
No, I gotta. Someone who's like inconsiderate attention seeking or just needs your attention all the time. I got story behind this. I went out of town. I met this girl, cool chick. We exchanged numbers. I came back. I guess she was taken with it. What this nigga said? If they went through the whole cruise, then I'd say it's a flag. I agree. I explained to this girl, I'm like, hey, I work nights. I go to sleep at noon. I get up at 8. It's a very simple schedule. I go to sleep at noon. I get up at 8. This girl called at like 11:45. I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to go to bed, so how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Light conversation, I'm off to bed. I woke up at 8, my normal time. I turned my ringer off, so I don't hear anything. She called at 1:30, 3, 4:30, 6:15, 7:45. And that was the last call. I was like, the fuck?
If I didn't answer on the first time, maybe on the second.
Sounds like she was a crazy person.
So I call because I'm like, I get the impression you in dire straits at this point. Like something happened. Are you okay? Car accident? Did you die?
Nah, if it was an emergency, she'd have left her voice.
I was like, she's like, nah, I just wanted to talk to you. So what you're saying, basically, hold on. What you're saying is that I told you I go to sleep at noon and I get up at 8. Yet you still chose to call like 6 times. You basically said, fuck my sleep. What was you gonna do if I woke up?
Especially if it was she knew about your work, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, question. Had you already smashed?
It's not important, man.
I think it is important.
Your phone just lit up. But the point is that why would you?
I'll take that as a yes.
Why would you do this? Like
because she's a crazy person. And she pair bonds very easily.
That's not.
Which is a red flag.
It's a bright red flag. Like a bull fucking Olay flag. I was like, that's crazy. So your desire to talk was more important than my pressing need for sleep. So you said, fuck my sleep.
Of course. Everything she needs is more important than your needs.
Well, when he said attention seeking, I got something different.
Go.
Like, so I was talking to a guy and I was going to meet my cousin at some of her friends that she worked with and her son. They were Spanish. They were having like a little Cinco de Mayo thing. Mm-hmm. So we went over there and we had been drinking, but it was just like his need to please everybody was such a turnoff. Like we're sitting there, this fool stopped and he was dancing to the music and everything. He jumped down and did the Michael Jackson splits. And I just looked at him like this, like, you know what?
Not fucking with you. I gotta agree with that. She said, sorry, when a man does that, the incessant calling thing, it's worse than when a woman does it. I would think it's bad either way, but it looks real bad when a man does it. It just looks like you just... Nah, it's bad either way. I'm sorry, I can't agree with that one. I think it's bad either way.
Just a little respect for boundaries, sounds like. Yeah. Especially since you explained it to her before. Oh, well.
But somebody doing the splits is the worst thing of all.
He didn't do the whole split, but you know he kicked that leg back and threw the other one out. You know how you do like the half split, kind of like Elvis Presley? Yeah. And I was just looking like, this is not really happening right now. Like I was so embarrassed. I was like, he's one of those people that, they have to please everybody around them. Right. And that's such a turn off.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with that.
So, anywho. You got a whole laundry list of shit on there.
I'm running through them, man. I'm running through them. This is the one, when not right away, because you ain't gonna know right away. Hopefully you don't meet the kids till later. But I say avoid men and women with badass kids. And when you start dating somebody, this little motherfucker bad. And I'm gonna have to fuck him or her up. The parent may not see it. They might not think anything wrong with their kid. Right,
because they're used to it, yeah.
They used to it. They used to this little motherfucker running around breaking plates because he hungry. Instead of saying he hungry, he just break a plate and that's like your dinner bell. Let him to feed him.
Because they let you know it's not only something wrong with them kids, but something wrong with the parent too.
There's something wrong with him or her. Like, you don't see this little motherfucker? That's your alarm to get up for work?
Yep.
So, yeah, I say avoid men and women with badass kids. If you know this little kid got problems, get the fuck away, because they're going to end up making you catch a case.
I got one. What about the passive-aggressive person that kind of strongly suggests you do something? I really think that you should do so-and-so.
Yeah,
or do you think that that's right?
No, I don't think it's right. But
if I didn't think it was right, I probably wouldn't have done it, or I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because right now, especially in the beginning, it's just a do you think you should. So now you need to go ahead and handle that. You know, the whole thing, it just progresses.
So you ain't gonna whoop their ass? That's how I do. You ain't gonna whoop these. I'm taking off my belt like you don't want this. You ain't gonna do nothing with this. You ain't gonna go fuck them up. Oh, you wanna use your fit? No. Fuck you, cuz. He said tell the story.
What story? Tell the story.
Tell them the story.
Tell the internet the story, man. What's
you kick the little boy?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
He hits
I was trying to avoid that.
Sure. He will hit other people's children. Hell, I'll hit at somebody else's children if they be
Hold on, wait. I want to make sure. Hold on. Before I incriminate myself.
It takes a village, Aaron. It takes a village.
Pistol Pooh, are you talking about the story up in the projects where that little boy, that foot incident? Are you talking about that one?
Wait, there's more?
Don't matter. It's just an insecure man is definitely a red flag. Definitely. That's absolutely. The jealous type, anybody who gets jealous or insecure for no reason, definitely a red flag. Which story is he talking about? Because if he's talking about that one, I'll tell that story. Pistol Pooh, if you talking about...
Did you hit someone's children?
Are you talking about the Mexican chick up in the projects? Then yeah, I'll tell that story. God damn. Motherfucker. All right,
now
fine.
You gotta tell it.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
All right, you bastard.
Got it.
Now I'm dragging you into this. One of Aaron's ex's sister.
I was gonna say, Aaron, what?
Pistol Pooh.
Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah, that Aaron. Not you, that one. Aaron, this is Aaron. The other Aaron. Yeah. One of his exes, her sister. Bad. I give her credit. She was flawless. She had like 5 kids though.
Damn.
And there were 5.
He just kept sitting her ass down, huh?
Yeah. So Aaron does the introductions. We set a time, all this good stuff. He's like, I'm gonna take you up to her house. She live up in the projects, up in Louisville. I don't even think the projects are there anymore. I think they tore them down. So we go to the house. Like I said, she got like 5 kids running around. She's doing her one of her kids' heads, and he's fuck you. And this nigga, she says, "Come on, have a seat next to me on the couch." She's like, "This is my last head I gotta do. When I'm done with her head, we can kick it. We do our thing." I was like, "Cool." Her son's like 5, maybe 6 at this time. This little fucker. He's just, I hate the story.
What happened?
I love it.
Me and her rapping, me and her loose talk. She's like, they about to go to bed anyway. I was like, these little motherfuckers are bouncing off the walls, literally. Like one was running up doing flips off the wall. Nice. I was like, these little niggas ain't going to sleep. She's like, no, they about to go to sleep. The little fucker who just flipped off the wall comes over to me. I'm like, hey, little man, hey. Back then, I didn't like kids. I would tell people, I don't like kids. Keep your kids away from me. I don't like kids. This little fucker that wasn't going for it. I'm trying to bond with him a little bit. He's like, you just trying to do it to my mama. Yes, I am.
See.
You're right. See.
So what did you say when you said that, though?
I just laughed and patted him on the head. This little nigga balled up his fist, hits me dead in my dick. Punches me dead in my shit.
Big punch.
And I lost my shit. I rolled my leg up. I hope they can see this on camera. Yes, they can. And I mule kicked this little motherfucker across the room. Fuck that little kid. He went flying. I was like,
So shit, safe to say you didn't get the
You ain't getting none this time.
No.
You suck.
Now, here's the thing. This is why I know I'm not crazy, because I instantly knew.
This is Sparta.
They got that from me. I instantly knew I made a mistake because I was like, damn, I'm not supposed to kick a fucking kid.
You're supposed to gut punch him.
And this little nigga went flying back into the wall, and I was like, oh,
and I'm sure if that kid is anything like the story you telling, he milked the shit out of him.
That little bitch started crying.
Like, you punted a child.
He probably was like this.
He just started crying. And I already knew what it was.
Because if my son did something like that, he know how to act. I can't breathe. He knocked the breath out of my chest.
So she's
he
like,
get real scientific with it.
She's like, she didn't even lose it because she know her kid bad. I guess she was like, you gotta go. You can't kick my kid. I understand. I understand. So
that last conversation was fucked up in itself. Like, hey man, you gotta go. You can't kick kids. You know what?
She was cool about. Right. She knew her kids bad. So you gotta go. I was like, you're right. I understand. I called cuz. I was like, hey man, come back. He said, and he didn't even ask. He just pulled back up. He laughed, pulled back up. He said, what you do? That's all he said. He said, what you do? I said, nothing. He said, you did something to a kid.
Oh, so the kid got a history.
No, he just knows I wasn't good with kids then.
That kid been tearing people up.
Oh, shit.
He even said it. He said he was in the car dying. He said, what you do? I was like, man, I kicked the kid, man. Fuck off. Anyway, we're getting back. Fuck you, Pooh.
Get the child. That's fine.
We're getting back to the
that
topic.
Kid probably scarred for life.
Fuck that kid. That little bastard probably in jail. He was bad. He might be a pillar of the community.
Okay, shit. I don't know. I'm fucking around. He might be. I don't know.
This nigga.
Saying.
Oh my god.
I don't even think that's that bad. Is that shows how desensitized I
little bit
to badass kids?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck it then, you know.
I feel like I'm doing all the talking. You guys got any red flags that you want?
Is there any story? I mean,
well, I mean, you kind of been giving us topics and we've been going off of it. I kind of like that.
You got it written down,
right?
I know what my red flags are.
Well, share. I want to hear from you guys. I feel like I'm dominating the conversation.
I have shared. I've said
I think my red flags are just even the opening conversations. Like when you talking to somebody, you just notice like their mental level or just even how they're interacting. Like, you know, people say stuff and you be like, the fuck you just said?
Red
that
flag.
Didn't make sense.
Have you ever been seen out in public with this person? No. Red flag.
Right. That's a good one.
I'll go with that. I can do that. I'm piggybacking off what you said.
Do they have a job?
Oh, yeah.
Red flag.
I need you to have a job just because I need you to have something else to do.
Well,
I don't give a fuck if you make money or not. Just have something else to do besides be up my ass. I think this goes for both
men and women. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You know yeah. If you don't have a job, we don't have nothing to talk about. We are not the same.
We are not the same. No, we are not. Because I gotta leave.
Like, I mean, we have those hard times, you know what I'm saying, when we in between jobs, but how long you in between them?
6 years. No, nigga, you're not in between, you're without.
I had a whole conversation with my sister, a friend of hers, brother, he's kind of like not doing nothing with his life, and she was like, well, you can get with him and you can make him. No, I'm not his mama. I'm not going to re-raise him. If he ain't got it by now, he'll never get it, and I'm not up for the task. That
actually is another one. It goes, avoid the Build-A-Bear.
Ooh, I got one too.
Hold on, let me explain the Build-A-Bear real quick.
About bear built bitch?
No, not a fat bitch. I'm talking about just a build-up process.
Yeah, putting all that work in progress. And you know, you'll begin to resent that after a while. When you do all those things, you begin to resent it. And especially when something happens, y'all break up, you like,
bitch,
I taught him that.
Up. Yeah.
He wasn't dating before me.
This motherfucker didn't know how to speak the English language. I taught this goofy heifer how to understand.
He was still creasing his jeans.
Still the cuff at the bottom. What you got?
Using Stay Flow.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I just remembered what it was. This one's for the fellas. Have Jay. Let me ask you this question because the question is the red flag. Ever been to a chick's crib and I don't mean it was messy, I mean it was disgusting.
Like fucked.
Like it was nasty as fuck.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing with you because I'm scared I'm going to catch bed bugs.
Yeah. I can't even fuck you.
I can't sit down. I stand.
That's a red flag for a friend, to be honest with you.
No, I'm saying it's a red flag.
I like a nasty person is just nasty.
Disgusting. Yeah. What does your vagina look like?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That just turned my stomach.
Exactly.
Look at everybody's face got changed after that one.
Yeah. It's pretty gross, right?
Yeah. I went upstairs one chick house. They had chicken bones and sunflower seeds in the same bowl, but they weren't like fresh.
I had a red flag
for a while. Like, you nasty.
What about the ones like the guys who it's not. Their mother is always in it. It's almost like they're dating their mother. Like the mother's in the third person in the relationship.
Your mama's boy.
And you like, listen.
My mama said.
She gotta go.
My mama said.
Right.
My mama said.
The dryer.
They do whatever mama says. Okay.
Or she basically is a third voice in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Why my mom said that you should do this, or this is how things should be done, and my mama always did this. Why don't you do this?
Do you got a dick?
That's why you fucked up now.
About your mama.
Why are you listening to your mother?
There's nothing wrong with listening to your mom, but even if that's what you do. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
If you got cock and balls and you're a man, you run you. You shouldn't be listening to your mother.
Right.
People are like enamored with a chat room. You see a chat room, people are just like naturally drawn.
Man, I swear, man. This like old house relationship version. That's funny. Because I watch HGTV. That's funny. That really...
Coming up on the hour mark.
I know. This is the last one I got. This one is for the strict... Nobody take offense to this. This one is strictly for the men and women without kids. If you're a man or woman without kids, this one's serious. You should probably avoid dating somebody with kids because you'll never be the priority. You'll always come second nature.
Right. I could say that, but then I'll just be labeled as the bad guy, so...
They let me say it.
No.
Say it again for the people in the back.
I didn't know that was on the list of red flags.
It's not really a red flag. It's just something you should consider before entering to the dating pool, because you're not going to be the priority. If you're a man or a woman without kids and you're trying to date somebody who has kids, you're not the number one priority. You're going to fall behind.
You don't understand that life.
That was my point exactly. You don't understand this process.
I'm trying to understand that life.
You sleeping in and they getting up making breakfast and going to the zoo, and it's like, I just want to sleep.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to relate. You don't understand school supplies and back to school shopping. That shit don't make sense to you. So you should probably avoid that. Those are just red flags, because let's say you're a guy trying to date a woman with a kid. The kid is the priority. Then it's her. Then it's the household. Then it's you. So you literally just went from being number one in your life to number 4 in her life.
Well, I think and also another red flag is ask people what they want out of life. Like you said, somebody with kids, especially somebody that doesn't have kids, like if they don't want kids, then it's probably not going to work because they're not interested in that kind of lifestyle.
The kids thing is not going to work for me because I want to lay up on Saturdays.
It's not that. I don't want to be somebody's parent that I didn't, that's not my child. I didn't sign up for that.
Understand then.
I have no problem with that. Just be truthful with me, because there are things that are deal breakers for me. So I think you should early on have those conversations so people don't get things misconstrued and say, well, I thought, no. In the beginning, we had this conversation. And I make sure I let people know when they're dating me how important my kids are. That's one of the first things I talk to you about.
I mean, that would be a red flag if you didn't.
Yeah.
It'd be a red flag and be like, yeah, I got kids, but fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who would that be? Who kind of person would that be? Like, yeah, I got kids, but...
Right. Basically.
I figured we could just drown them in a river and start a new family. It was me and you. What you say?
We say a black guy did it.
Yeah.
I agree with the chat room. That last statement in the chat room, and I've said that 1,000 times. When it comes to dating somebody with kids, guys have it 10 times worse than women. The reason I say that is because there's always going to be baby daddy drama, baby mama drama on both sides. I understand that. But a guy, and I want to get why she says it, but a guy trying to date a woman with kids, okay, that kid's there every fucking day. You may get 1 or 2 days during the week, and then every other weekend without that kid being there. For a woman dating a guy with kids, let's say you didn't have kids and you wanted to date a guy with kids, 9 times out of 10, you only got to deal with his kids 1 day out of the week, every other weekend.
That's true.
So, really, that's a minor inconvenience for women.
God damn, society is sad. You see your kid 1 day a week.
1 day a week and every other weekend. So, that break is, you can't walk around and go get naked and go get orange juice out the refrigerator.
That's why it's a red flag.
Except for
who doesn't have her children, because she had to do something real fucked up to lose them, basically. That's
but you know what though, times are kind of changing. The courts are kind of moving. It hasn't happened yet, but they're slowly moving towards who's just in a better position.
Well, that's how it should
if the
be
father
anyway.
is, if the father has
it shouldn't
been
just be default woman. It shouldn't just say, hey, oh, she had him, so she should keep him, and then we're just going to take your money, and if you don't pay us.
Well, I think that if a parent, if a father has had the child most of the child's life, and I think it should be vice versa. If a father has had the child, just like for a mother, like with mothers, if you've had the child most of their life, a parent shouldn't just be able to come and be like, you know what, I think I'm ready to be a full-time parent. You go ahead and take the back seat. This is your turn to chill out. No.
We're not doing that. No. I always believe, if you need that man's money, I've seen dudes who be like, they get a new car, oh, she wants an increase. If you need that much of a man's money to care for this kid, then why not just give the kid to the man?
I've always said that, but whatever. People think that there's some type of there's some stigma there where it just has to default to the lady. So whatever, but
you gotta wrap, man.
Yeah, we gotta. We're close. We're at the end, and I like to say why I have the. I don't really have the floor, but I have the microphone, so I'm just gonna take it. I say thanks to everybody who's watching. I really appreciate it, y'all tuning in to watch us do our thing here, and we're gonna try and do this far more often now that our tech guy's got his head out of his ass and can actually stream a live show.
You are the tech guy, you know that, right?
But you didn't have to tell him.
I know, but it just sounds good.
Thanks, Dick.
He's
anyway,
hating on you.
Anywho, let me just get him off the fucking screen.
Nigga, you gonna turn me off.
Wait,
I want to say thanks to everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. We would like you to tell your friends, like and subscribe. The more people in the chat room, man, the funner this is, and the longer we can run the stream, especially on the weekends when people, like us who have freaking jobs, have less stuff to do. So, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and that's it for me. That's what else is what y'all got any final words, final thoughts? Anybody you want to shout out?
Well, the main thing I think is trust how you feel. You know what, the first thing about red flags is you get a feeling. So just pay attention to how you feel.
Trust your instincts.
Shout out my babies, Zuri and Shine.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
What about you, Jay?
I want to thank the Rated R Superstar.
I'm gonna fuck that up.
And the world's greatest misogynist. I am him and him.
You should have just said Triple X likes the flex.
Sounds like
really?
That sounds like a porn star, yeah.
What you say? Do the windmill? What's it called?
I've been to debauchery.
That's the
only
helicopter.
PG-13 debauchery.
No, I just say offensive things. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're building this slowly but surely. We've come a long way in a short amount of time. I'm proud of it. It may not look all that great to you, but I like it. I enjoy it. It is my therapy. So if you could like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Tell your friends who aren't soft and get easily offended. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank, we got Pistol Pooh, Dana, and Princess X in the chat room. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It's slowly but surely growing, and we appreciate all the support. And I want to thank our future sponsor, Plan B Cereal, again, that I will be bringing to your local grocery soon.
We're sponsoring something that doesn't
I'm still,
exist.
it's a preemptive strike.
So for all the people who actually stumble across this video and was like, man, is this shit for real? No, it's not real. It's not real at all.
Not yet.
It'd be nice if it were.
I'm making it,
but
still in development.
That's what's up.
So it's like marshmallows in it, like Lucky Charms.
Like,
Jesus Christ,
I'm doing
this shit.
I'm doing yellow marshmallow fetuses.
Somebody doesn't know how to put their phone on.
Man,
I put it on silent. My text message, I guess the alarm still comes through.
Anywho.
Yep, I'm doing marshmallows also.
Okay.
Hey.
Thanks, guys. Peace out for now. See you on the flip side.
All right.
Peace.